Back to the kitchen now. John is with our good friend Fran from Libby's. John?
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. We are here with Fran. Fran, good to see you again, as always. Pleasure.
Good to see you.
You're looking very well these days.
Stopped eating egg rolls about a year ago, John.
You're the man.
What happens, man.
You're the man.
What happens.
You're cooking out some beautiful, oh, it smells so good in this kitchen, I can't even tell you. You are like an amazing restaurateur here in this town. You've done so much, created so many wonderful restaurants. What are you cooking for us today?
So this is a staple at Libby's Cafe and Bar. We have it's a Philadelphia cheesesteak egg roll.
Oh, what could be bad with that?
Right. It's been on the menu for about 8 years. Real simple. It's great for homes, great for parties. They can be made in advance and frozen.
Oh.
So it's a great item that people can cook at home. And you know, if you can make a cheesesteak, if you can saute some onions and some shaved ribeye, the shaved ribeye we just buy locally, like at Morton's, a pound at a time. It's cheap. It's inexpensive.
Is there a trick to cooking that?
You know, John, it's real simple. The onions and the beef with just butter and salt and pepper. It's very, very simple. The less to it, the better.
Slow heat, fast heat?
Fast heat.
Okay. And
just to show for time, basically, when this is cooked, John, you see the only chefy-like move for this whole thing?
Yes.
The fat that's rendered?
Right.
Keep the fat. So sometimes when we cook, we have that fat build up in a pan and we toss it away.
Yeah, pour it off.
We like to keep that fat.
That's a good tasting thing.
Right? And if we were making this cheesesteak like a sandwich, like a sandwich right now, we'd be adding the cheese into it so the cheese would melt.
Right.
And that's one other chefy move for this, is that when we have the filling at this point and the meat's cool, that's when we add the cheese.
Oh, okay.
Right? So Pat's and Gino's and those crazy locals down there in South Philly, they use like provolone and cheese whiz and stuff. You know, Libby's would use Velveeta. And the idea is that we don't want the cheese to be melted here. So we want the meat mix to be cool with onions. We add the cheese so it doesn't get homogeneous. The cheese doesn't melt.
Gotcha.
The cheese will have a melt once it's inside, a chance to melt once inside the egg roll.
Okay.
Right? So it eats like cheese.
Gotcha.
Right? So when the meat is cooled, in this, we form these little like handy dandy tubes, and then from here we're just going to make shape any way you like.
Now, are these the egg rolls that you get right out of the grocery store?
Right at the grocery store, Publix. This is in the produce aisle, Publix, and I just use a little bit of egg wash for seal. Okay. Right? And you know, like a little taco.
Well, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, simple enough.
Right.
We brush it with egg wash, so we have different versions, John.
All the way around, like a baguette.
Right. We can brush it with egg wash and bake it like this, so it's a little bit healthier, right? Yeah. But of course, the best ones are deep fried.
Oh,
right? So we deep fried a couple. I brought them over from the restaurant and we grabbed them.
Okay, great. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so.
Nice.
There you go, right? And he's got that golden brown, crispy, served with whatever dipping sauce you like. And a great thing, when we do these wontons themselves, these wrappers themselves, cut into smaller sections, rolled up smaller pieces. You know, for parties, just deep fried, so more like bite size.
Okay.
Right. So this size here is what we do, and this here shows what we do after it's wrapped. We do brush it with cornstarch. Oh. And the cornstarch is great to adhere for the egg wash for when it's baking. Okay. And it's also a great move for if you are deep frying. This is what adds that heavy crust to it.
So you coat it in the cornstarch like you're dredging it, actually.
All the way around.
All the way
around.
So
for home, if we're making this dish at home, at this point, this can go into your freezer for a week and be cooked and frozen, or just in the fridge. But the cornstarch is a necessary step.
And then you'd wash it with the egg wash, right? Right. So which is basically just what, water and a little egg yolk?
And this one, we don't even use water, John. So you are a chef. You know all these things. We just use straight egg on this, so it gives it a heavy gloss and gives it a good crust.
Great. Well, that's so simple. And how long will it freeze? How long can you keep those in the freezer?
You freeze these for about 3 weeks, and you thaw them in the refrigerator, and then from there you can either go to the fryer, to the oven.
Perfect. Or you can just go to Libby's.
Or go to Libby's. Best idea.
That's the best idea. Fran, thanks very much. You always appreciate it. The recipe's on our website, mysuncoast.com. Go on there, click on the dining link page. All the information you need, the shopping list, Fran's video instructions, as well as his beautiful recipe as well. I can't wait to have one. Looks absolutely great. We'll be right back.